Hello, this is Mrs. Richardson. I am here with you today to go over Unit 2, Native Americans, as you prepare for upcoming tests. The eastern shore is a blank, bordered by the Chesapeake Bay to the west and the Atlantic Ocean to the east, and Maryland to the north. It is a peninsula. Remember, a peninsula is a piece of land bordered by water on 3 sides. Christopher Columbus called the people he found in the lands he explored Indians because he thought he was in the blank, near China. And the answer is Indies. As you can see from this map, the Indies are a group of islands near Asia. Which body of water provided safe harbor and was a source of food and transportation? The answer is the Chesapeake Bay. Remember, anytime we're talking about an important harbor, it is always the Chesapeake Bay. Each river was a source of food and provided a pathway for blank and settlement of Virginia. And the answer is exploration. The settlers would get in their tiny boats or canoes and travel up the 4 rivers to explore and find new things. However, they could go no further when they reached the fall line because of the waterfalls. Who were the first people in Virginia? That would be the American Indians. What evidence is there that American Indians lived in all areas of the state? The answer is artifacts. Artifacts. These are things that archaeologists dig up out of the ground of things left over from previous generations. To help you remember this, you can always say archaeologists dig up artifacts. Archaeologists dig up artifacts. Name 3 artifacts that have been found in Virginia. That would be arrowheads, located here, pottery, and tools. Powhatans were a member of which language group? And the answer is Algonquian. Remember your song. Algonquian, Tidewater, Powhatan. Algonquian, Tidewater, Powhatan. Which language was spoken by American Indians in the Piedmont region? And that would be the Siouan language. Siouan, Piedmont, Monacan. Siouan, Piedmont, Monacan. The Cherokee were a part of this language group. And that is the Iroquoian. Iroquoian, Cherokee, Southwest Virginia and North Carolina too. Woo! Iroquoian, Cherokee, Southwest Virginia and North Carolina too. Woo! Name the 3 major American Indian language groups found in Virginia. They are Algonquian, Siouan, and Iroquoian. What was spoken by American Indians in southwestern Virginia and in southern Virginia near what is today North Carolina? That is Iroquoian. Iroquoian, Cherokee, Southwest Virginia and North Carolina too. Woo! Which American Indian language was spoken in the Tidewater region? That is Algonquian. Algonquian, Algonquian. I'm going to try this one more time. Algonquian, Tidewater, Powhatan. Algonquian, Tidewater, Powhatan. The Monacan were part of this language group. That is Siouan. Siouan, Piedmont, Monacan. Siouan, Piedmont, Monacan. In addition to hunting birds and animals, what other food sources did American Indians use to survive the winter? They ate stored foods from the previous fall. How do Virginia's American Indians live today in relation to the way they lived in the past? Today, most Native people live like other Americans. Their cultures have changed over time. What is the name of the large Indian town used by Indian leaders for several hundred years before English settlers came? That would be Werowocomoco. Say it with me. Werowocomoco. One more time. Werowocomoco. Werowocomoco was the headquarters of the leader who in 1607? That would be Powhatan. Powhatan was the Powhatan of the Powhatan tribe. The blank in Virginia is relatively mild with distinct seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter, resulting in a variety of vegetation. Variety of vegetation refers to wildlife and fauna and flowers and trees and things in this environment. That would be climate. Climate is relatively mild with 4 distinct seasons. Blank have a variety of trees that cover most of the land in Virginia. And the answer is forests. Even today, over half the land of Virginia is covered in forests. The kinds of food the Indians ate, the clothing they wore, and the shelters they had depended upon the what? And the answer is the seasons. In which season did the Indians hunt, fish, and pick berries? That would be spring. Just like us, this is the time that they could go out and pick berries. Just like now in the spring when you go to the grocery store, you can find strawberries and blueberries and other berries in season at this time. In which season did the American Indians harvest their crops and hunt for food to preserve and keep for winter? That would be fall. This is when they would go into their gardens and fields and harvest or pick the crops. Virginia's Indians are referred to as blank Indians. This is because they live in those forests, and so therefore they are known as Eastern Woodland Indians. They lived in the east and they lived in forests, Eastern Woodland. In which season did the Indians hunt birds and animals? That would be winter. In which season did the Indians grow crops such as beans, corn, and squash? Remember, beans, corn, and squash are known as the Three Sisters. This would be in the summer when they planted their crops and grew their gardens. Describe Virginia's climate. As we have already discussed, Virginia's climate is relatively mild with 4 distinct seasons. What did the Indians use for clothing? Animal skins. Primarily deer skins were used, but other types of skins were used as well. As you can see here, this is probably a bear, this is probably a fox, and they probably used some raccoon and other types of animals as well. Animal skins. What did the American Indians use to make their shelter? They used the materials around them. As you can see from these pictures, they used sapling trees, they used branch and barks, they used grasses and other types of leaves. Anything they could find around them to make their homes is what they used. Blank studied all kinds of material evidence left from people of the past. That would be archaeologists. As we said earlier, archaeologists dig for artifacts. Archaeologists dig for artifacts. Recovered artifacts from the settlement at Jamestown give archaeologists clues about the interaction of what groups in early Virginia. That would be the Indians, the English, and the Africans. Remember, the Indians were here first, then the English settlers arrived, and finally the Portuguese sailors brought over the Africans to be slaves. The Monacan tribe is located in what region of Virginia? That would be the Piedmont region with its rolling hills. Remember, in today's world, the Monacan tribe is the only tribe not in the coastal plain region. So therefore, the Nansemond tribe is located in what region of Virginia? The answer is the coastal plain or tidewater. All of the state-recognized tribes of Indians today live in the coastal plain region, except for the Monacan who live in the Piedmont region. Where are the current state-recognized tribes located in Virginia today? As we just said, they are located in the coastal plain and Piedmont regions. Thank you for your time. I hope that you have enjoyed today's presentation. I hope that it also helps you as you prepare for upcoming tests. Good luck!